And what's up, Black Family? This is your big brother, Blackmon,
And it's Ashe the EP.
and we are coming to you live from the crib for the second episode of BlaK Thoughtz streaming live on where?
StreamYard.
StreamYard. But guess where we at? We got a whole bunch of destinations. We are finally on YouTube. We are finally on Twitch. We are finally live right here on Facebook. I'll be sending this out real quick. And guess what? We're on streaming platforms now.
Mm-hmm.
We are streaming. We are live on where? Spotify,
Um, I don't know.
Google Podcasts,
Yeah. Oh, um,
Breaker. We'll be sending all these out. So hey, if you do not catch this episode, if you miss it but you want to catch up with us, your Black family, you can catch us on Spotify at your streaming convenience. But hey, catch us on YouTube because I know you want to see these pretty faces. I know you want to see all this melanin. And if you guys give me a moment, I'm going to be sending this out. Hey, you got good brother Orion. There we go. The comments work. The comments did not work last time. We are lit. Look at the ancestors looking out for us. Comments work this time. Our good brother Orion coming to us live from YouTube. What's up, my brother?
also, we have a Cash App. So if you guys feel like donating anything, $1, $2, $10, $1,000,000, what have you, you can follow our Cash App with the sign BlaK Thoughtz. That is BlaKThoughtz. Yes, I have to spell it out with my finger in order to spell. Okay, don't make fun of me though.
Yes, guys, we are open to donations. If you are down for the cause, if you like the content, we are all about supporting Black business. That's what we do every Friday.
Oh, didn't you get
That's
your
what we do.
T-shirt?
Oh, yes, I did. I posted it earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
Our good my good old coffee talk T-shirt to promote. I guess that's our Black business to promote today.
Mhm.
Our good brothers over at the Jobber Tears podcast. My good brother Wilkins, uh, Janelle from HR, Mr. Black, killing it over at the Jobber Tears podcast, killing it over at the Jobber Tears network actually, with the Your Sports Show with my favorite Sasson Talk with the ladies. Just
Oh
killing it
yeah,
over there.
they're so good.
Uh,
I love listening to
we appreciate that family over there a lot. They've been grinding for years,
them.
as do all Black business have been grinding from the ground up. I support all of you guys, and it's just about pushing Black businesses, pushing
Hmm.
back Black business.
Helping the
Uh,
community always. We gotta help each other. Just like we help everybody else that's already mainstream, we gotta help each other that is small now, so they can get that big. You know?
I know you hate being put on the spot, but I'm
Yeah.
just yeah, I'm sharing this out right now. So what does supporting Black business mean to you while we're gearing up here?
It just means like just helping each other. I feel like there's something special in black businesses because especially when they're small, because I feel like they tailor and they really pay attention to their customers. Like even the small little thank you notes that they put in their little packages that they send out. Um and you don't realize like how much it means to them, like just ordering one thing, two things, and then sharing that thing that you ordered. It really helps them, and I don't mind helping fellow people. Yeah, I don't
Uh-huh.
mind.
It's so cute. Yeah. Yeah, it's just all about uh, the good old the mom and pops. To get to watch communities organically grow, watch businesses organically grow in your community, and to watch those businesses put back into the communities that lift them up. As I said, we see food drives all the time. We see giveaways all the time. We see them sponsoring the schools in the neighborhood all the time, and it is something that's lost that you see on big business,
Yeah,
where it's not just being done for the tax
right. I feel
write-off.
like because with small businesses, they have like a purpose in mind to help the community, and big businesses, like you said, they just do it for the money. They don't really care. That's why their stuff is so cheap now, because they're like, I can make it for a penny and sell it for $50. They don't care. They just making that profit. It's all about money nowadays. But I feel like with small businesses, it's not. It's not really about that. You know? Like, yeah, they start the business to make money, but their products have meaning and they're different and they're better than what's out there.
So I'm gonna do like something special. I'm actually gonna go live on Instagram too on my phone for a little bit, just to make sure our Black Family Farm. Why I get to catch up with us here. Instagram's new format.
No,
What?
oh, that's how you have to do it now.
Yeah,
It's so booty.
it is very booty. It's gonna go
Sorry, I say booty because I don't like to curse. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, Black Family? So we are here on Instagram Live, and we are here on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch, and we are recording tonight's episode of BlaK Thoughtz. Make sure you hit the link in our bio. Yeah, I see myself over there too. Make sure you hit the link in our bio to catch up with this live. I'm just doing this. Hey, our good brother Manal Sports One. Make sure you hit the link in our bio to catch us live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, our new home, our new streaming platform. Just come through, catch up with us. Andre, hit the link in our bio.
Yeah, we about to dip out.
Yeah, we about to dip off of this. Hit the link in our bio to join us on YouTube. Comment there. Spread this for us too. And to our people here, we're gonna put our attention right back to you. I'm gonna try to put that there. Where? Hey, there we go. We cute. There we go. So we're gonna jump into some things here. It is Friday. This has been a very good introduction, long ass introduction. And so we're gonna jump into things. We're gonna jump into the bits of Black excellence, the bits of Black culture, the melanin, the motivation, current events from this past week.
Maybe something real quick. Go ahead. Keep talking.
The bits of melanin and motivation from this past week that kept us going, that caught our eye. Also, things that to the soul, to the core, to the soul of the ancestors that live within me. Honestly, things that have pissed us off. So first up, we are going to talk about something I love, something I admire, something I hold very near and dear to my heart. We're going to talk about WAP. There we go. And we're going to talk about WAP and its impact on the world and its impact on pop culture. So, for those of you who do not know, this past weekend at the Grammys, Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B took the stage to perform WAP live on TV, primetime television, late nights after 10 p.m. To the enjoyment of some, but to the chagrin of many. It was criticized by news anchors, politicians like Candace Owens, politicians like California gubernatorial candidate Errol Weber was criticized for its vote for being vulgar, for the display of sex, and criticized for its impact on children. This is not a new conversation. We've been having this conversation since August.
Yeah, whenever the song came out, I don't
about
know.
6, 7, 8 months now, and we are right back here again. We covered this when it first came out.
Yes, they are hating. Let me stop.
Yeah, our good brothers in like the YouTube comments said they are. It is pretty much hating. What are your thoughts on this?
I didn't see the performance, but I heard there was a lot of I heard it was a lot. So the moves were. I was reading that it looked like they were stripping, like they were strippers, like dancing like such. But I didn't see the performance, so I don't really want to say too much about it. But I just have to say that that's their form of art, like they're. I just want to know, like, don't they get screened before they perform? Like, aren't they like asked what are they doing before they like get on there, like live?
Yeah, so this had to have been too. That's a great point. This would have had to have been approved by the producers at the Grammy, the production of the show. So this would have had to have been screened and approved.
Yeah, because like if you already know that the song was getting that much backlash when it first came out, I can't see why you would agree to let them play, like let them perform that song.
Well, it's not the Grammys. It's not the people that like did the Grammys that like produced the Grammys that have a problem with this. This is the public.
No, but I'm saying, like, if you know that the public had problems with the song and the music video, then you know for darn sure that the live performance is gonna have backlash too.
Well, it's not their. They're not getting backlash from the people who did the Grammys. It's just like we're talking about the public backlash.
But I'm saying, like, if you know there's potential for the hate, not like I don't want to say hate, but if you know that there's potential for this to not go well, for them to be more bad comments and good comments, then I'm pretty sure they should have made the executive decision to say, hey, let's not perform the song.
So, do you believe they shouldn't have performed it, or it shouldn't have been allowed to be performed?
They shouldn't have said, yeah, perform it. They should have performed something else.
So you don't. So you don't. So you don't believe that they should have performed
I don't
that
care
song.
what they do. I don't care. I'm not their mom. I can tell them what to do. But I'm saying for the network itself, they should have made that executive decision if they feel like if they knew that the song had like previous backlash. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, and I'm just trying to gauge like your answer. Like, so do you believe? So in hindsight, do you believe that this should have been done?
I don't
Yes, I yes or no question. That is in hindsight. Do you believe that this performance should have been done?
care.
It's the Grammys, which is about hit music, and this was a hit. So this was a number one song.
True. I mean, it could have been done. I legit don't care. Like it didn't affect me at all.
Okay, so
And I didn't watch it, so it definitely didn't affect me.
so this conversation is more about the public backlash, about whether it should not have been done, about the scrutiny that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion
Yeah,
have
I'm just
faced
the wrong person to ask.
because
I
of this.
just don't care. I'm sorry. How about y'all? Do y'all feel
That's
like
cool.
this should have been
It's cool.
performed? Huh?
No, that's not so cool.
Yeah. Like let's get you guys' opinion. You know, whether you're watching it now or later, like comment. You guys think should have been performed or not? Why not? But no hating comments, please.
Okay, so it was so aside from that, it was a beautiful night in music. Meg walked away with 3 Grammys. One for Best New Artist, which she absolutely was. It would be hard. You'd be hard pressed to find a more successful new artist than her that had the consistency
I agree.
that she had. That's had the mainstream appeal that she's had, the public appeal that she has, and the music is banging despite people's criticisms of it.
I'm just mad 2 people did not win a Grammy that night, but it's okay.
You can name them.
So I feel like Chloe and Halle should have won a Grammy, and Janae Aiko should have won a Grammy.
So,
Chloe and
so
Halle,
technically 3 people. Should you imagine?
no, it's Chloe and Halle are together.
There's still 2 people. They have two. They have 2 separate social medias now.
But they perform together as artists.
I know it's a group. Okay.
I feel like Chloe and Halle definitely should have won a Grammy. They have been grinding all 2020. All 2020. Like you can't tell me they haven't because they dropped their album. They dropped music videos. They performed. They did quarantine performances. They did interviews. They were on live. Like they did so much during 2020 that and like their fans like are crazy and like I feel like they should have won. Um they should have won something, whether it was for I Wonder What She Thinks of Me or for the album.
So despite our heartbreak over who didn't win that night, I am also very excited. You are very excited about who did win that night and who made history that night.
Oh yeah, I already know.
And I'll let you go ahead and take that.
Beyonce made history. I can't sing, but let's pretend that was like a high or.
And what did she make history for? For the people who don't know.
I believe winning the most Grammys, right? For male or female?
I believe so. At least for the most female.
Right. She's like killing the game, son. Like what?
And my favorite part of that is Blue Ivy.
Oh my god, she won one too. She's so adorable. There was a photo where she's like a photo shoot where she was sipping out of her Grammy I thought that was so cute. Go ahead, Blue.
So they won for, was it best R&B performance for Brown Skin Girl?
I think so. Because I think that was the same category as. No, I don't think. I think it was. I know they definitely had to win for Brown Skin Girl because Blue Ivy was in it. I also appreciate how um her parents um like are setting her up for success. Like setting her up for royalties for songs that she's in, putting her in videos, like she's modeling now for Ivy Park. Like our parents are setting her up for generational wealth right there. Their children for generational
Yeah. So for clarification, with 28 Grammy wins, Beyonce is has won the most Grammys uh for a female
wealth.
artist at 28. Breaking the record of bluegrass singer Alison Krauss.
Don't know what that is.
And no shade from us. It's just bluegrass bluegrass country music is not exactly what's popping in the
Yeah.
streets.
I also don't know about artists.
So back on the controversy of WAP and the Grammys night. So social media has been buzzing all week. Uh, Websites have been dropping think pieces. Candace Owens went on, I believe, Fox News the other night and trashed Cardi B again, which led to a Twitter war between the two. As I
Again.
as I said, gubernatorial candidate Errol Weber uh, criticized Cardi B specifically for the fact that she has publicly stated in the past that she would not allow her own child to listen to WAP,
Hmm.
and that she would like take her child out of the room, she'd shut it off
Yeah.
because she know it would be a bad influence on the child. But under the claim that Cardi and Meg Thee Stallion are selling sex to other kids. And this is what is pissing me off. So what is specifically something I've seen all week is on social media, Facebook and Instagram specifically. Also, I see it once on Twitter as well. There's been a comparison to Cardi and Meg being allowed to perform WAP at the Grammys
Hmm.
with millions of people watching,
Hmm.
to the fact that did that cartoon characters are now getting canceled
Hmm.
for over sexualization. So for those who don't know, in this past week, maybe the past 2 weeks, I believe it's Warner Brothers. I'll just say the studio that has produced Space Jam 2 featuring LeBron James announced that they were leaving Pepe Le Pew out of the franchise's sequel
Yeah.
due to the fact that the character did represent rape culture in the past. So they just made the conscious decision to exclude him from the franchise's sequel, which was a good choice.
Hmm.
And what is bothering me is that there are grown people, adults, that cannot see the difference between the two and think that there is some kind of comparison here.
That,
Which, do you have thoughts on that?
nope, I'm not gonna
You have thoughts on that?
I'm not gonna say nothing.
We're on a podcast. You can't
I'm
not
not trying
say
to get
something.
canceled. Okay.
What do you have to say?
I just feel like they just like to put blame on women for everything.
Keep going.
Like whether it's being comfortable in your sexuality, whether it's being confident, um, like positive things like that, and then negative things of like them being assaulted sexually, whether they're being harassed. Like they always put it on the woman. Well, what did you do? Like it's not what did I do, because I can be standing here minding my business, my legs closed, wearing sweatpants and a baggy hoodie, and some guy can still want to touch me just because he knows I'm a woman and I have a vagina. Like that's not my fault. But I feel like men need to be held more accountable for their actions.
Okay, so that's actually perfect because it leads into the notes that I specifically took down for this episode on this issue, which we have actually spoke about
Hmm.
on this platform before. The episode of which is now streaming on our YouTube page and is now also streaming on our Spotify, where you can catch all of the OG episodes of BlaK Thoughtz right now. So I'm going to reference our episode of BlaK Thoughtz Protecting Black Women, where we rattled off a bunch of disturbing statistics that I'm going to reiterate right now because I am confused. All week since this performance, I have heard nothing but scrutiny for Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion for their vulgar, quote unquote, vulgar activities on live television, for the fact that they are trying to, quote unquote, influence children to engage in sexual activities.
I also have a problem with that. I'm sorry to cut you off because it's not. I understand that they're on a platform, so they're seen at a higher standard. Like they're considered role models. Like I understand that, right? But it's not on them to parent these children.
Yes.
Like it's not their responsibility at all, and it's up to the parents to monitor what their children listen to, what they watch, what they eat, whatever is consumed in their body, whether it's their brain or their mouth. It's up to them. Like um when I was a kid, I was even not to my father turned off Katy Perry, I Kissed a Girl. Okay? So that and that and he explained to me why he turned it off. So it's not Katy Perry's um position to like put that on me. Like my parents supposed to teach me things like that. Like um whether I'm not saying it's wrong or not, like, whether you kiss a girl if you're a girl. I don't that's on you. I don't care. But the point I'm trying to make is it's on your parents to teach you right and wrong, what to do and what not to do. And um it's not the artist. It's not the artist's job. It's not at all. And we can't say that it is because they didn't birth these kids. They birthed the kids that they got in their house. That's it.
So, so what I was gonna, so what I was going to touch on before was So I was, as I said, like I said, we see scrutiny for Cardi B, we see scrutiny for Meg Thee Stallion for basically for how they've been carrying themselves, which is really they are young, attractive women in their 20s that are not afraid to talk about sex, that are not afraid to talk about their likes and dislikes, that are not afraid to embrace and flaunt the perfection and the flaws of their bodies,
Hmm.
which young women should have the space to do, the space and the freedom to do. We also saw this with Chloe Bailey
Oh
a
my
couple
god,
a
that got
couple
me
weeks
so
ago,
tight.
to the point where she felt that she had to defend her posts that she would make on Instagram
And
and
freaking
Twitter,
apologize for
where
that.
she is literally she's just a 22-year-old girl who is coming into her own and
Hmm.
is learning to love herself.
Exactly.
So people get so upset over young women, these young black women who are just not afraid to embrace their bodies,
And to
and
love
not
themselves.
afraid to love themselves, as you said, not afraid to embrace their sexuality. But what confuses me is the fact that in 2019, according to Medium.com, more than 200,000 black Americans were reported missing. And the FBI estimates that 64,000 black women and girls are missing. I don't see posts about that.
Because
Wait, I'm not done. I don't see posts about that. I don't see people upset about that. But I see people upset about what? I don't see people upset about that. According to ujimacommunity.org, that 1 in 4 black girls will be sexually abused before the age of 18. I don't see enough people upset about that. I don't see enough people on social media posting about that. But I see people upset about what? I see people upset about Chloe Bailey. I don't see people upset about the fact that, according to the United States Department of Justice, 1 in 5 women are survivors of rape. And as I said before, these are statistics that we have spouted on this platform, this very platform before. And I know many of our friends and family that are on our social media watch this as well. I don't see enough people upset about that. But I see people on my timeline upset about why. According to the Institution for Women's Policy Research, more than 20% of black women are raped in their lifetime, which is higher than the overall rate of women in general. I don't see enough people upset about that, but I see people upset about why.
they don't really care about it.
So exactly? So for people out there listening, I want you to ask yourself if you've questioned the song, Ask yourself, ask your friends, ask your family, ask your community, ask people that you see upset about the song, people that are upset about the performance. Why are you so upset about young women that have penned a song, performed a song about their sexual likes and their sexual dislikes, and are not afraid to say, "Hey, I'm beautiful," to say, "Hey, my ass is fat, my thighs are thick, and I love my body just the way it is." Why can't Chloe Bailey go on her social media and show off how she's learning to love herself every day?
And also, she's like she's helping other women like embrace their bodies too. Like after all this, like after her backlash, like I saw her share like all these people posting um like they're embracing their bodies just as much as she was. Like it's not a bad thing to love your body and love who you are and love how you look. It's not.
It's not at all. So the question that I want you to ask yourself, and I want you to ask your friends, your family, your neighbors, all the people that you see who have weighed in on this conversation. Why is it okay? Why is it not okay for these women to openly, publicly embrace their bodies? But the statistics on missing black women and girls, the statistics on sexual assault, the statistics, I'm having a hard time saying statistics, on rape do not bother you. Why is it so bad for women to embrace their own bodies, but it doesn't concern you when their bodies are forcefully embraced by others?
You know why? Because when it's forcefully embraced by others, they have low self esteem, which makes them more inclined to be kidnapped and trafficked.
Which is, as I said here, it's a pandemic. It's a pandemic within itself. It's a pandemic within a pandemic, to quote
Hmm.
our family, uh, Toby Nell and that.
Like, and it's a cycle that needs to be broken. Like, I feel like once people stop shaming um self love and body love and like body positivity and like encouraging self confidence, then it's gonna be harder to um you know take
Yes,
people.
encourage women to speak up and speak out in all
And that's
facets of
another
their
thing.
life
That's
for their
another thing.
protection, for their likes and their dislikes,
Hmm.
against abuse, against abusers. Like,
Especially speaking up and speaking out because there's so many times where women are questioned. Well, what did you do? And instead of and blame, like I swear to God, I hate victims. I hate victim blaming. It really grinds my gears. Like it makes me want to punch somebody. Like you cannot. Why? Like how are you blaming the victim? How are you blaming someone that was taken advantage of? When the person who did it knows better. Like oh my God. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment.
it's
Let me
cool.
calm down.
It's cool. In summary, I just want that question asked and answered. Why is it such a bad thing for these young black women to embrace their beauty, to embrace their sexuality, to embrace their to embrace their beauty, sexuality, to embrace their bodies.
Mhm.
But when they are assaulted, when they are raped, when they are kidnapped, when they go missing,
Ain't
radio
nobody say a boo.
radio silence. Not from government, not from police force, not from the community. Answer that for me. Moving on. Oh, you have something else to say?
No, I saw a post. It was about the Asian hate that's going on, and I really hate when people just
Well, you can speak. Yeah, you
hate
can.
on another like ethnicity, culture, whatever. Like it really hurts. Like
You
it really it
disrespect
gets
another
me.
community. Is that what you mean?
Like anything, disrespect, hates. Like um, this guy shot up I think a nail salon or something, and the cop was like he was having a bad day. A bad so, so me having a bad day is gonna make me shoot up somebody or someplace. Cause I had a stressful day today, but it don't make it. I ain't go out and do that.
I'm gonna pull it up to make sure that we don't get anything wrong. For people who have who are hearing this story from the first time from us, which has been in
for
national
sure.
news. So like,
Oh, it's a spa.
I don't think it's gonna let me do it.
Like, I don't understand. Like, how can you justify somebody shooting up a place as having a bad day? That don't make sense to me.
There's a few times again.
It doesn't make sense to me. I got it. I got it was the New York Times.
It's not.
It was
gonna
in
work.
Atlanta.
New York
I've
Times
been
is not
seeing
gonna work.
I haven't seen it. Like, I can't. I just hate it. Like, it grinds my gears.
So, for those of you who don't know, a man by the name of Robert Aaron Long. Have you noticed that these mass shooters always have like 3 names? So go back to
They're probably just because they're from the
so a
South.
man by the name of Robert Aaron Long went around Atlanta to he traveled across Atlanta, didn't he? For the record, this is why I don't normally bring up things that we didn't prep for.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, never mind.
So a man named Robert Aaron Long went on a mass shooting spree and murdered 8 people in Atlanta. Uh, and I believe of 6, either 6 or all 8 were Asian.
6, 8. 6 Asian, 2 white.
6 Asian and 2 white. And he was apprehended by police without harm because he is a Caucasian male and not an unarmed black man. And what Ashe the EP was referring to was a statement
The press
by
conference.
during a press conference by who?
I believe it was this guy. I don't know.
The Cherokee County Sheriff Captain Jay Baker. Did say Long may have frequented some of these places in the past without specifying whether he meant exactly those businesses or spots like them. So his actions were not justified, but explained away by he had a bad day, and this was the fact that this was how he chose to take out his anger, which is unacceptable. Which is, like you said, I have bad days all the time. I've never shot anybody.
Like, it's infuriating.
Never stabbed anybody. I'm done.
Never punched nobody in the face. Like, I don't use aggression as my
I've punched plenty.
as my outlet.
I've punched plenty of people in the face.
Well,
but
I haven't.
We will have more on this. We are sending our love to those in the Asian community who are hurting after this attack. As you can see, we are not prepared enough to speak on this.
Sorry.
So once we have more details, we'll be back in the check-in about this. Do you have any more parting words for us? So, but for those of you out there who want to do your own research, Robert Aaron Long. By tomorrow, Sunday, we'll have more on this story that we're gonna report to you guys properly. So, as you said, you had nothing else on that subject, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, moving on, we are moving on to Black Excellence in the Business Initiative, featuring Humala
The Rock
and
LeBron James.
So, this past week was a big week. Big week and a historical week as LeBron James and his business partner Maverick Carter became the first.
I'm so sorry.
LeBron James and she's breaking out. As LeBron James and Maverick Carter have become the first 2 black men to own a Major League Baseball team after partnering with Fenway Sports Group to become part owners of
the Red Sox.
The Boston Red Sox.
I'm a Yankee fan, so you know.
As you can see, we have an avid Yankee fan here. So, but
good for them though.
You can't boo that.
I'm booing the team. I'm not booing their excellence.
You can't boo the team now.
Yes, I can.
They're a black. They're the only black-owned team. Hey, I don't watch baseball. The Boston Red Sox are my favorite team. I really don't care about.
He's only saying that because I'm a Yankee fan, and he knows they're right.
No, I'm only saying that because I support black. I don't care about baseball at all. You know what I care about? Black people. So,
Jay-Z, come buy the Yankees, okay?
Yo, no. We're gonna take a sidebar here on that. Do you know how this city will blow up if Jay-Z were to buy the Yankees? If Jay-Z were to buy the Yankees,
New York's already
The last time the Yankees won a championship was 2009.
2007 or 9.
2009
Damn, man.
when
So
Jay Z
long ago.
when Jay Z and Alicia Keys had just
Oh yeah, they dropped that
released
song, right?
just released. Yes, like
Yeah.
New York. Oh, I cannot sing at all. But back to reality. Back to forget about the waters. Back to reality.
That's the people.
Back to reality. Uh, Big congratulations to LeBron and Maverick Carter. Um, this is monumental. To see people of color owning sports teams. They are not the first. They're Michael Jordan owns a part. Michael Jordan owns a part of an NBA team. Nelly also owns a part of owns a part of an NBA team. But in baseball, like we said, these are the first two.
Yeah, it's all.
And it is beautiful to see a sport that is. We see many white faces. We see many Asian faces. We see many Hispanic faces. We see many black faces on the field. And when we're talking about
Ownership.
when we're talking about managers, coaches, ownership, definitely. These are the first two black men to do it, and in a sport that's played by many black men, that is loved by many black men. It is great to see LeBron and Maverick Carter taking the helm on this. They do own another sports team in conjunction with Fenway Sports Group, which is how this deal was able to come about. I believe it's the Liverpool team, or you know. So I'll move on from that. But to quote LeBron James, to quote LeBron James about what this business move means to him. He said, "I think it's pretty damn cool. It gives me and my people that look like me hope and inspiration that they can be in a position like that as well. That it can be done. It gives my kids and my I Promise school, which is in Akron, Ohio, more and more inspiration as well, which is a beautiful thing. Which is as a black man, especially for a black man like LeBron James, who has done so much,
And who kept getting shut down too.
has done so much, who could retire with his money, who was not obligated to give back to his community, as none of us are, who is striving to not only build up himself and his family, but to be an inspiration for his community and for children specifically.
Yep.
And as another black man, it is beautiful to see that. I've said on this platform before, I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't live like if I didn't live where I was, where I can see my brother getting up, going to work every day, where I can see my cousin getting up and going to work every day, where I can see like black men on their shit, doing the right thing, taking care of their family, taking care of their children. So for LeBron James and Maverick Carter to bring that vision to the world is a beautiful thing, and like it's very much appreciated. So but he is not alone this week. He's not alone. Uh, After launching Terramana Tequila, which is a favorite, this house, some good nights. After launching Terramana Tequila in 2020, the Rock and his business partner John Showman launched Zoa Energy drinks this past week. And if it is anything like Terramana, which I mean, obviously, well, the flavor, like in flavor, because Terramana is delicious, but I mean like marketing, ingredients, um, presentation, this is going to blow up. So we see another black man taking over taking over in the fields. Energy drinks are very prominent in society nowadays. They're very big, and we get to see a black man dominant in that field, in the beverage game. Whereas the Rock actually met his partner John Showman back in 2019 when he invested in Voss Water. So he has actually I've been in the beverage game for at least 2 years now, and decided to step it up a notch. And according to an interview that The Rock himself did with Bloomberg.com, he was inspired by his own daily regimen. As you can see, The Rock is like very conscious of what he puts in his body because he looks like he's like chiseled from like granite, but from like granite. So it is a combination of vitamin C, B, D, camel, and caffeine, which was already in like his daily regimen. So it is just a beautiful thing to see him not only making moves in like black business, but doing it responsibly and
Mhm.
encouraging people to put healthier things in their body, especially things with like vitamin C, C, B, C, B, and D, where it also helps to boost the immune system, especially in the time. Especially The Rock himself and his family did have COVID back in August, and if he wasn't the man, if he wasn't the man that he was, well, he's also a rich man, so it probably would have been okay anyway. If he wasn't the man that he was, with his immune system, with how well he takes care of his body, he may not be here today. So we appreciate him. We appreciate The Rock and LeBron James for not only making these business moves for doing it to inspire others, to doing them to build up their family and their community, and for also for using their platform and their business moves responsibly, which is not something that we see every day. So those kings deserve all the praise in the world for that. I'm proud. I've always been proud to be a black man, but to see like the example that these men are setting for the rest of the world, it is just a beautiful, beautiful thing. Do you have any thoughts on this?
Just don't keep doing their thing, man.
What does it mean to you as a black woman to see these black men making these moves? Because black women have been at the forefront of black-owned businesses for decades
I think it's inspiring. Like I think it's always good to see um, representation, um, because you never like you never really think it's achievable until you see someone else get there, and seeing someone else get there and like doing it in a healthy way and like responsible way is always refreshing, you know? Especially because I'm pretty conscious of what I put in my body. So, hearing those ingredients is like, maybe that's something I can actually try. Because I can't really, well, maybe not, because that's caffeine. So I can't really do caffeine. But, like, if I could, I probably would drink it because it has so many vitamins in it. But, and then seeing LeBron own part of the Red Sox, I mean, even though it's the Red Sox, like, that's an amazing accomplishment. It really is.
now. So I love it, and it's nice to see. Well, obviously, The Rock and LeBron James have been businessmen for a long time and making these deals. But it's happy to see them setting the example and like many black men following in their footsteps and playing catch up with black women in the black owned business sector of our community. It's a very beautiful thing to see.
Can't always leave it up to us.
Oops,
I'm
talking,
just kidding.
talking shit. Sis.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so moving on, we are going into current events as we are diving into our people internationally, which Haiti is a part of like America, but it is the better parts of America where these are our brothers and sisters, like our blood.
Yeah.
But our brothers and sisters, our blood, who have Haiti has a history based in revolution. It is they were as we spoke about this in like my episode with a good brother Sir Wilkins, who was a good Haitian brother. Um, we spoke about the Haitian Revolution and how Haiti has always been the forefront and the inspiration of black people everywhere to stand up and to stand up against oppression and actually fight back. And since then, since Haiti were fought for their freedom and won, they have still been under attack by the United States. They've still under the rule of the United States, still under attack by France. Uh, it is a impoverished country because they are being stripped, they are being raped. It's a sad thing to see, but now by their own people, by a Haitian-born president, the country is under attack. And I will let you get more into that since you are the one that did the research.
So, for months, like the streets of Haiti really haven't been safe. There's been a lot of kidnap for ransoms happening. Like children aren't going to school. They're not buying. People aren't buying groceries. They're not even trying to pay for the bus because they're scared. Like showing even a little bit of money is going to get them kidnapped and held for ransom. And these families don't have they don't have money to pay for these ransoms. So it's really sad. And the president of Haiti, um,
President Jovenel Moise. So people know that.
he he has been deemed to step down from his 5-year term that ended in February. Allegedly ended in February. He felt like it ends next year, February, because of there's interim government on the first year of his 5-year reign. So he feels like he should vacate office in 2022
In 2022, but
and
he
not
was supposed to step down on February 7th of this year, last month.
yeah. So between that and not only Haiti, being in the poorest country that there is, like enduring hunger, poverty, there are power cuts that are happening daily. Haitians are being very vocal about that, how this is the worst state that it's been, and the government hasn't been able to provide their basic services, and um, their president has um, refused to leave office. Not only that, but he also has delayed elections. So there's only 11 elected officials in office, and there's about 11 million people. So you have 11 officials trying to trying to represent 11 million people, and that is a very, very off. That's a very bad ratio.
So he's been ruling since January of 2020 because Haiti, oh wow, because Haiti currently doesn't have a parliament,
Yeah.
and only like as you said, only 1/3 of its senators are in office at the moment. So he
Hmm.
has been ruled. So he has been ruling with an iron fist for over a year now.
And he's also trying to change their constitution.
Yes. So during Donald Trump's presidential uh, presidential term, he demanded that Haiti amend its constitution. And as you can see, crooked is as crooked does.
Hmm.
Uh, so that is scheduled
I think in April.
to be done in April, as you said, I believe. So Haitian citizens are fearful that this will be used as an opportunity for President Moise to gain more power. So every Sunday since February 7th, when President Moise was supposed to step down, citizens in Port-au-Prince have been protesting in the streets.
Hmm.
And actually, in February last month, 2 dozen people, including a senior police official, were arrested for trying to forcefully arrest and replace President Moise after his refusal to step down. So that is where we are in Haiti, where the people are tired of starving. The
Hmm.
people are
Being kidnapped.
tired of being kidnapped. They're tired of abuse from the police force. And I'm not going to say I'm fearful of another Haitian revolution because, as I said earlier, Haiti is Haiti is the pinnacle. Haiti is the representation of like the physical embodiment of like Black power, of Black unity, of Blacks fighting back. So we initially just did this because I'm pretty sure last week was like the first time that I'd heard about this, and this has been going on for over a month now. So I'm pretty sure. So we just wanted to bring like awareness to this for all of our folk, our family here stateside. Uh,
But the kidnapping's been happening for over a year.
Kidnappings have been happening for for a while now, and people of it like they're just it's basically it's time for President Moise to go. Obviously, whether his argument is like, "Hey, I had 4 years and not five," because as you said, they had an interim president during his first year. You have not done a good job in your 4 years that you were there.
Right.
for these people to want to see you
for another year.
for another year. Uh, we've seen what a year can do
Mhm. I
from a
think
bad presidential term.
I think he's trying to milk it out so when April comes, he can make the constitution changes.
Yes,
And
because
then, like, once that happens, he's gonna leave.
no, I don't think he leaves. I think he extends his own term. They are calling him citizens of Haiti are calling him a dictator and
Hmm.
an authoritarian. And like I said, they're fearful that he's going to use the amendment to this constitution to extend his term and extend his power.
Yeah.
And which says they have no parliament and only a third of its senators are in office right now. And many of those senators may also be in his pocket. He's pretty
Hmm.
much going untested
Yeah.
unless something is done about this. And the people of Haiti are just worried about fighting back. You stated when we were researching it earlier, uh, you said the U.S. were backing his decision. We screenshot
No,
it.
he um they just agreed that he should serve one like the extra year to resign in 2022. Um, but they also said that he shouldn't be um
You didn't send it to me.
no, I forgot. Okay, yeah. So uh
That's not
yes it is. The French oh, wait, never mind. Sorry.
Sorry, we're just doing our research real quick so we don't misinform you guys.
Okay, yeah. So the State Department spokesman Ned Price supported the Haitian's president's argument that his term ends next February. And he added that only then a new elected president should suc- succeed him. But Price also warned that the Haitian's president about delaying elections and ruling by decree. So yeah, he just agreed that he should have another year to 2022.
Okay. Uh, if Haiti wants their president removed, I believe he should go.
I mean, yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like um, at the end of the day, you're in office to help your people.
Yeah. Because what we don't want here is, as we said, like last month of February, 2 dozen people were arrested trying to arrest and replace him forcefully. What we don't want is for, hey, if the president gets assassinated, the whole country's in disarray, even more disarray than it is now, and we don't know
Yo,
what's next.
I'm sorry. That's like so. I just finished watching Legend of Korra, and that's like low key like that. Like like the Earth Kingdom and Bossing Say, like they were like okay, right? Because when they had the queen, and then the queen got killed, and literally Bossing Say went up in like flames, and then somebody came in and basically became a dictator, taking over the whole Earth
And also, this past week, we saw a stunted assassination attempt on our own Vice President Kamala Harris.
Kingdom. Yo, I saw that. I was at work, and I'm like, dang, I can't read this yet. He got arrested.
Yes, so that's what stunted me. Uh, oh, what? I'll get back to this. So the first article here that I look when I look it up is from future.fandom.com, and it's about a futuristic assassination attempt on Kamala Harris, which I don't know why someone would write that.
Because
So I'm gonna get back to that a little later. So according to India Today, a Texas man was arrested near the official residence of United States Vice President Kamala Harris. He was found to be in possession of an AR-15 rifle, 113 pounds of unregistered ammunition, and five and 5 30-round magazines.
What does somebody need with all that?
So so luckily the Secret Service was able to apprehend him before he was able to do what he was obviously there to do. Uh,
Yeah, that's true.
which is not this is not a surprise. We saw this coming.
Oh yeah, of course.
The attempted assassination attempt on this woman, our first female and first black vice president, and Joe Biden himself. But as I stated before, we were talking about Haiti. The last thing we would want is for Haiti to be thrown into more disarray.
Yeah.
With their government already in shambles, and the people are hungry, the people are mad, people are fearful, and in the history of Haiti, they are known for fighting back. And what I would hate is for to see more bloodshed of our Haitian brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
So we will keep you posted, guys, posted on this, as well as things develop. As we said, the scheduled like amendment of their constitution is scheduled for next month in April, which is only days away. So we are praying for our brothers and sisters in Haiti. And so we will keep you posted. And do you have any parting words for that story? Just Haiti, we love you. Haiti is underserved. Haiti is underappreciated by the world, but I will say by at least the American black community as well. Like the blood of our Haitian ancestors run through us. It is our fighting spirit. Our fighting spirit. So they deserve more love and respect. For us, they deserve our support. So I will be keeping my eye on this story. And, if you have anything else, Smella, we are coming up. We're actually good on time on this episode. Like, finally, we are usually. Oh, because I talk a lot. You be quiet as a mouse. Mm-hmm. So, any parting words this week? Any shout outs that you have for anyone? My family? Who's supporting black business?
Oh, coffee talk. I just mentioned before.
Any others that you want to shout out?
Oh yes! Oh my god, I don't have it with me. Oh my god, I'm so sad.
What is it?
Okay, so stop. Can you relax? Actually, hit the side of my bag. You see my taser? So I bought a taser. No, it's the other side. I bought a taser and a knife comb from this girl on Instagram called Secret Slayer. And the knife comb I gave away because my friend needed it, so I gave it to her. I hope it is doing her justice. But this is the taser, so it's like a flashlight, little flashlight, and then you have to turn it on in the back, and then you have a button for the taser. Oh, I'm so sorry. I need to start warning people.
She's done that like 5 times to me already.
And it's not just you. That's the funny thing. I'm so sorry. But yes. So I got this from Secret Slayer. I'll put the link. I'll put her Instagram down below so you guys can follow her. She has some really nice stuff. She has pocket knives. She has tasers. She has like knuckles, like brass knuckles. She has short blades. She has um like everything. She has a phone that looks like a taser.
Okay,
she has pepper spray.
So we'll be tagging her below. We'll be tagging like Ashe's purchases below. And as you see, that's what obviously we don't always have closings, but that was a beautiful one. We opened with promoting black business. We're closing with promoting black business. What?
I'm really pressing.
No. So before she gets taser happy, we are going to get at it. So, in summary, focus less on scrutinizing black women for embracing their sexuality and focus more on protecting black women from assault, from violence, from predators. Uh, appreciate black business owners like LeBron James, like The Rock, like like the good people over at Slay.
Secret Slayer.
Like our good folks over at the Black the Black owned Jobber Tears podcast and Evernow Fitness. Keep an eye on the current uprising in Haiti. Be there for our brothers and our sisters. In the meantime, make sure that you spread this episode around. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the BlaK Thoughtz YouTube channel. Make sure that you that you follow and subscribe to BlaK Thoughtz on Spotify, on Google Podcasts,
On Twitter.
on Breaker, on Twitter, on all streaming.
Did you say YouTube?
Yeah, I say YouTube first. Not on all streaming platforms. We haven't taken over the world yet, but we thank you guys.
Okay, brain.
We thank you. Wow. We thank you guys for coming out tonight. We thank you guys for coming and chilling with us in the crib, and we will see you next week for another episode of BlaK Thoughtz. I am your big brother Blackmon,
I'm a shady EP.
and in the words of Russell Simmons, thank you for coming out. Good night. Peace. It's all going on what we got to hit.